Okay,
Do you really want to call it that?
Yes. Why not?
Well, I don't give a shit.
You're the one who said it, not me.
I know, I thought it was pretty funny.
I thought it was too. You
Okay,
need to go and change it.
I didn't change it.
You said you wanted to.
Yeah, I do.
Why? To what? Don't even get it.
Just because I want to change it doesn't mean I know what to.
Well, no, we're not changing it. So.
Alright, so, yeah, whatever. Welcome to what we're dubbing couples therapy, and I talked about it in the last V-blog thingy episode. And here it is in all its glory. So we're just tuning in. My name is Joshua. That's
Marina.
and this is a 91 240SX coupe. It's rough. Yeah, it's pretty damn rough. But we're gonna go through the whole car and describe to you kind of like pseudo not plans, but shit we gotta fix. So the body doesn't look too bad. You can tell, actually at a distance, you can tell really well how bad these fenders were rolled. And that the car has been wrecked on this side, and actually on the other side. I'll get to that. Because you can definitely tell, because the door's red. Tail lights aren't in too bad a condition. I do have the inner bucket things. A brand new set that came with the car. The rest of the parts you'll notice missing are all in the trunk for the most part. Body over here is rough too. This is, yeah, somebody's attempt with Bondo, I guess, to fix it. And we all know Bondo doesn't fix shit, so it looks stupid and it's all busted and cracked. Until the door's not straight. This fender is roughly lined up to where it needs to be, just the in out. But you see the door do this and then dip in. Car does have a hood, doesn't matter, hood's going bye-bye, and there's the engine bay. Engine bay obviously still has the KA in it, although, yeah. Other than that, steering seems okay with it. I am wary about this steering rack because there's a spare one in the trunk. Trying to figure out why I got two. But suspension-wise, has some kind of cheapy Chinese eBay coilovers on them. You can't really see them. It does have, supposedly, Voodoo 13 tension rods that somebody painted. Also came with tons and tons of miscellaneous parts. The tie rod ends. These are the spaced ones with the inner tie rod spacer. I do believe that's what that is. Euro mirrors, which probably are not going to be used. This thingy, I'm not quite sure what this is supposed to be. It's some kind of support bar of some sort. I'm not 100% sure. It's pretty much gutted. Yep. I have a dash. I have a lot of the trim pieces. But what I don't have is headliner, carpet, and then the rear deck. And then center console. That was the other thing. Seats don't matter. Seats will be replaced, all that. If you notice, interior is also a wiring nest. See, all that wire you see over there is 100% body harness, engine harness, everything else. It's all stripped back. The gauge cluster was cut. Yeah, so whoever owned this car thought that they knew what they were doing and obviously didn't. It does have an electric sunroof. You might think it leaks because of all this nasty tape, but it actually doesn't. We picked up the car right after it rained one day and there was no leakage, so I'm not sure. Maybe at some point it leaked and then someone fixed it, because being electric, it could have been up a little bit and nobody knew how to put power to it because none of the parts are here. You know, I've got the other tension rod, or the other outer tie rod. This is, I do believe this is the dash light controller thingy. Either this one's bad or the other one's bad, which either, if they're bad or not, they're simple fix. I fixed probably 3 or 4 of them. The centerpiece, whatever you want to call that, the dash center. We've got the new tail light thingies, whatever you want to call them. These things just pop out. You change the bulbs, pop them in. mass airflow sensor, which won't be used, the other one of these, a strut tower brace in a beautiful pink, which will not be used. Let's talk about the good on this car. The good thing is, none of the frame rails or undercarriage or any of that is rusted. I mean, none of it. Quarter glass windows are good, back glass windows good, sunroof glass is good. That's bad, who cares? Does have a back seat. I don't think I'm going to use it. I think I'm going to go with my own little custom setup. We'll worry about that when we get there. The coilovers at least give me an idea how the car's going to sit as I'm working on it. I guess, kind of. Has some neat little wheels on it. And I think with a camber correction, the wheels will actually come really close to being the offset I want. We may end up adding spacers to it to bring them out. Don't know if these are going to be the final wheels, but you can tell, I mean, they sit pretty nice. And that's, I guess, the reason why whoever botched both the fenders up. It looks like they rolled it with a baseball bat. Or they rolled it with a roller, didn't know what they were doing. That's why, yeah, you follow my fender rolling video and you won't have this problem. First things first, all the crap in the trunk and all the crap inside the car needs to come out. So we're going to pull all that out and just set it over there. Put together a set full, like 4 wheel dollies, get the car up on dollies, and swing it around to where the camera's at. So yeah, we're going to get to that. Here it is. I found the gas release. You want some wires, Faith? Yeah. Here, put all this back in the car. What? Huh? You don't have to worry about clearing that out. I'm just trying to worry about clearing all the engine stuff out. Hey, trunk prop. What? No, that's a steering rack piece. Oh, hey, these have the pull tabs, don't they?
I think it's
Look, these with the lockers on there. It doesn't matter the orientation of the locker, obviously. Yes, I know. If you look through, I already took a flashlight and looked through one of the center holes. There's no real rust on the back side. So it's all on this front side that's all buggered.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's what I can't tell either. Either that they siliconed it in there or some shit. Well, maybe the seal's not bad. They painted it. That's paint. Yeah, okay, that's not bad. We can probably clean that up, save them. So, it's here. This is about all we can do for it right now. But things that we need to address. A, there's a wrinkle right there. You can't see it. It's actually not that bad. And it doesn't matter at this point, I don't think. When I do the measurements for the front end, when we go to chop the front end off and tube it, and I do the measurements, that's going to tell me if the front end's off at all. but the frame rails are straight. Everything that is staying on the car is straight. So I'm okay with that. There's only a couple issues that we need to really address, and that's what we need to get the car up off the ground pretty decently high to be able to address them. And they are the body seams that run the full length, where like the underpan, the belly pan meets the upper belly pan, I don't know what you call it, to build the rockers. And normally that pinch weld there, you know, sits like this, and you put one of those funky, I don't know what kind of jacks you call them, the factory scissor jacks up in there. Those are completely messed up here and down there. So it looks like somebody used a board maybe to jack the car up right there, and it bent them. That side is completely effed. It's completely flat and kind of pushed up. It's not a really big deal. I'm trying not to make stupid noises because it clicks really loud in the camera. I'm just saying, because normally I can audit those down, but if I'm talking I can't audit them down.
Anyway.
And it's caused part of the body to break loose. I think that happened fairly soon, or recent, maybe getting on off the trailer or something, because it's not rusty. There's like a little smidgen of surface rust, no big deal. I planned on pinching those up and welding them anyways, and then putting like a strip of bar stock across the whole bottom, and then welding jack plates that will correspond with where the roll cage welds up, which is going to be there and there. And where the roll cage welds up, there'll be boxes, it'll be all caged in, so those will be really good points to, you know, jack up the car without boogering anything up. So it's perfect. It's, well, not perfect, but it's not a big deal. So next episode, we're probably going to cut out windows, get up lighting, get everything ready, get some necessary, a couple little necessary tools that we need. I'm going to do a little bit more research on getting Bondo out of the way. What the easiest way is, I'm pretty sure a wire wheel will work just perfectly fine, so I'll get my air tool, I'll get a wire wheel for it, and dust out the Bondo there and just start dusting all the panels to get the top surface of paint off of it, just to see. I also need to get a cheapy spray gun, like a primer gun from Harbor Freight, just to spray. My body guy, or whatever you want to call him, Shannon, told me to use Nissan primer sealer, and it's perfectly good for him, because in like 50 years when this car is done, he'll be the one probably spraying it. Done. So yeah, we don't have a cool snazzy line to end this like my normal ones. We'll come up with something, and it'll have something to do with like couples therapy or something. I don't know. I'll come up with something. She'll come up with something. One of us will. But like I say, welcome to the project. Hit subscribe so that you guys can stay tuned, because this will be weekly or maybe more, because each day that we get to come out here and work on it, we're going to film it, and whatever we get done is going up on the internet. There'll be short episodes, long episodes like this one, ranty episodes, or talky episodes. I'm not really ranting. I'm not pissed off about anything I found.
Not yet.
Not yet. So the gas door. I am pissed off about the gas door. The mechanism for the freaking gas door is missing. I found the cable when we cleared everything out. I pushed it down, because that's how you unlock them. And I went back there and obviously it didn't pop out. That could be a million things. So I took a screwdriver and popped the door open, and the locking mechanism, the whole thing's gone. The gas cap is stuck on there. It just goes click, 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 no matter which way you turn it. So I have no clue how the hell I'm going to get it off. Yeah, I don't know what we'll get to next episode. There's a lot of stuff we got to address in the shop, you know, lights, stuff like that. You'll get to see it shock the shit out of herself trying to figure out electrical work. Falling off ladders, probably, I don't know. She'll probably, this is couples therapy, she'll probably wait till I'm on top of the ladder and kick it.
Shake it just a little bit,
Yeah,
make it
shake
nervous.
it
And
so
be
it
like,
makes me
oh, I'm
scared.
sorry.
This should be interesting. See who kills who first. Have a, I can't say that. That's for the V-block. Crap. Remember, have a pink zip tie kind of day. I don't even know if they can see that. There's
Probably
pink zip
not.
ties all over this car.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.